Power English.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kristen Joe.
And I'm Cameron Word.
So, Cameron,
yes.
What's new?
Nothing much.
Nothing. I had a feeling.
Yeah. I really wish I had something new.
Uh-huh.
But I don't.
Well, listen. Do we need something new all the time? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel these days it's better just to, be kind of under the radar.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I recently had a conversation with a friend.
Okay.
Kind of about this.
All right.
You know what a foodie is?
Foodie, yes.
Like a person who is always looking for, new food.
Yeah.
And, interesting food. Mm-hmm. And they were talking about that, as a certain, pride. They were like, I'm a foodie.
Yeah.
This is part of my personality.
Right.
I go and try new food.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, is that really something to be proud of? Should you be proud of always having to have something new and different?
Oof.
Or should it be the opposite? Like bodybuilders? I don't want to be a bodybuilder. I don't want the big muscle or whatever. But they eat the same thing every day.
I know.
Or monks. Yeah. They also eat boring, bland food.
Do you know that celebrities also eat, the same thing? I've heard of certain celebrities just eating a few things every week.
I think that's so much more respectable. Or someone who doesn't care about travel. This isn't me, by the way. I do like to travel, but people who are happy just to be in their community.
Yeah. With
the people they know.
Yeah.
And never leave.
Yeah.
That is so, they must be super happy people.
Right. It's so true. I think sometimes it's just good to not desire to do something all the time.
Desire, that's the thing. Yes. Not having desire.
Right. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, but I do have a desire.
Me too.
For cake.
Oh, yeah.
Always, okay? We're talking about Jean's Patisserie.
Yeah.
Or Patisserie.
Patisserie.
All right. I've always had a sweet tooth. So if you have a sweet tooth,
it means that you like dessert. You like sweet foods.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so here are some expressions. The key to something.
This is the most important thing. This is going to solve your problem.
All right. Have one's eye on something or someone.
You're looking at something, you're interested, and you might use it or buy it or do something with it.
All right. How about if you overdo it?
I do this often.
Yeah.
You do too much of something.
I do it all the time. I overdo everything.
Yeah.
My whole life is an overdo.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and listen to that dialogue.
Do you want to go back to Jean's Patisserie, Rachel? I really like the ambiance.
You aren't developing a sweet tooth, are you?
Oh, I've always had a sweet tooth. The key to controlling it is to only have high-quality desserts.
I noticed you had your eye on the pumpkin cheesecake last time we were there.
You're very observant. I didn't see it until after we ordered, and I didn't want to overdo it.
Just promise that you'll let me have a couple of bites of it.
Okay, so Steve says, do you want to go back to Jean's Patisserie, Rachel? I really liked the ambiance.
You pronounced it ambiance.
Ambience? Is that what you say?
No, I say ambiance as well.
Yeah.
But our Songwoo, our voice actor, said ambience.
Ambience, yeah.
They're both correct.
But I would say ambiance.
I prefer ambiance as well.
I agree.
It's a French word.
That's right.
And so ambiance is closer
I agree.
to the French pronunciation.
And Korean people do like this word 분위기, right? And I would have to say that ambiance is the equivalent, the English equivalent to 분위기.
But it is more limited. Ambiance is for places. So you could not say this really for a person.
That's right.
In most cases. You would not say a person's ambiance as much as you would say a person's aura.
Aura?
Or
aura.
A-U-R-A,
Yes.
Or the air about them.
The air. Oh, I like that too.
The A-I-R. So that would be for like a person's 분위기. But when you're talking about a place's 분위기, ambiance or... Yeah, vibe.
Vibe.
V-I-B-E.
Yeah, that's the more modern, cooler version.
Yes, but the ambiance is restaurants and hotels and maybe like bars and clubs.
Yeah, sure. Why not? And Rachel says, you aren't developing a sweet tooth, are you? Okay, so Rachel's saying, Steve wants to go back to Jean's patisserie, and Rachel's like, you're liking sweet things. You want to eat cake and cookies, and Steve says what?
The key to controlling it is...
I've always had.
Oh, yes. Steve says, I've always had a sweet tooth. The key to controlling it is to have high-quality desserts. Only have high-quality desserts.
Okay. So Steve has a sweet tooth. Cameron, do you have a sweet tooth?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
If I start eating something sweet, it will...
You cannot stop.
Until it disappears.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree. Okay. The key to controlling it, which is the sweet tooth, is to just have high-quality desserts.
But yeah, he says the key to. So this is the most important thing or the secret to doing something.
That's right.
Yeah.
So oftentimes we see like keyword, key expressions, key sentence. We see that a lot in English textbooks. But the key to something is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Okay? Or the secret to.
High-quality desserts. I don't know. If I have a high-quality cake, I'm going to eat just as much as a low-quality cake.
Oh, my gosh. I can finish a cake in 2 days. Okay, 3 days.
Depending on the size.
Yeah, I know. And Rachel says...
I noticed you had your eye on the pumpkin cheesecake the last time we were there.
Okay. So if you have your eye on something, in this case, the cheesecake, what does this mean?
It means you're looking at it.
Yeah, but like how? Because you could say, I noticed you were looking at the pumpkin cheesecake. Okay? But what is the difference? I noticed you had your eye on the pumpkin cheesecake.
This has two meanings. The one we're going to be talking about here is you're looking at something because you want to eat it, use it, do something with it. You want to enjoy it in some way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's kind of like you're desiring it.
Yeah.
You have your eye on something. It's like, that's my goal.
Even if it's far away.
Yeah.
I'm going to go there someday.
I'm going to go there.
I'm going to get that.
I'm going to keep my eye on that. Okay. And Steve says, you're very observant. I didn't see it until after we ordered, but I didn't want to overdo it. So if a person is observant, observant, it means that they have good observing skills?
Yes. They see the things around them, and they either remember or they're able to learn things just by looking at their surroundings.
Yes. So because Steve has a sweet tooth, he didn't want to overdo it.
Yeah.
So if you overdo something, what does this mean?
It means to do too much of something.
Yeah.
Here we're talking about ordering too much food, eating too much food, overdoing it.
That's right. It's very hard, I think, with like sweets not to overdo it.
Yeah.
It's hard to stop.
Yeah. Well,
How can you stop and have like 1 or 2 cookies?
Right. Well, when I go to a cafe with you, and it's like, let's get coffee. So we go and get coffee. I was like, look at the cakes. This is my Kristen voice, apparently. Kristen's like, look at the cakes. Do you want cheesecake? Do you want red velvet? I was like, either's fine. She's like, but I want 2.
Okay, Cameron's always like, Kristen, I thought you were having gluten. I thought you were having cake. Oh, yeah, today's like a cheat day.
Well, but every time I go, we can't just order 1 piece of cake.
I can't order 1.
It has to be like 2, 3.
Listen, if it's just you and me, we can't. I have to have a cake and you have to have a cake. You're not stealing my cake. Okay. Yeah. So Rachel says something interesting. What does she say?
Just promise that you'll let me have a couple of bites of it.
Okay. Our power pattern today is just promise that. Why? What does this mean? Just promise me or just promise that?
So this is often used when you're saying, I will let you do something. But in exchange, do a little something for me.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
So Rachel's like saying, okay, you can get the cake. But in exchange, I want a few pieces.
Okay, yeah.
Of it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and listen to that one more time.
Do you want to go back to Jean's patisserie, Rachel? I really like the ambiance.
You aren't developing a sweet tooth, are you?
Oh, I've always had a sweet tooth. The key to controlling it is to only have high-quality desserts.
I noticed you had your eye on the pumpkin cheesecake last time we were there.
You're very observant. I didn't see it until after we ordered, and I didn't want to overdo it.
Just promise that you'll let me have a couple of bites of it.
It's time for a Power Note. We're on pages 94 and 95. The key to something means the most important factor to get something that you want.
Right.
Okay. What is the key to your continued success as a runner?
I get up and run every day at the same time, even on Sunday. Oh, gosh, every day. Good for you.
Yeah. The key to a happy marriage is honest, open communication.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well,
communication is important, but I don't know if it's the key to.
I think every marriage needs secrets.
Secrets?
You gotta have. If you and your husband and wife said everything
honestly,
yeah. Do you think?
I don't think that would be a good thing.
There are very few relationships, I think, that could do that.
Yeah. I've been told before that the key to a happy marriage is compromise.
See, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because you're only going to be like, what,
80%
happy?
That's right.
At most?
So you need to meet halfway.
Yeah. I heard that a key to a good marriage is a lot of hobbies.
Together.
No, separate.
Separate.
Yeah. Because you need things that you do separately.
That's right. I agree.
Right?
Right. And another thing, too, is that you also need your, separate space. Like, you need to have a place where you could just be quiet alone.
I heard people who, sleep in separate rooms.
Oh, yeah.
do really well.
This is a really good thing, especially when you get older. And if they disrupt your sleep or whatever, there are different sleep cycles.
Like the husband is snoring, or the woman wakes up early.
I'm absolutely for it. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the key to improving your English?
Making a lot of mistakes.
Okay, good.
Being willing to look stupid.
Yeah.
Which I do often.
Yes.
I think it's very important to,
I agree. Because if you expect perfection every time you speak English, you're never going to improve.
Well, you're not going to be perfect.
No. Not at all.
I'm not perfect speaking English.
Me too.
So how is a learner of English going to be?
Oh my gosh. Totally.
The key to, that type of success is making lots of mistakes and learning from them.
That's right. Have one's eye on something or someone means to be very interested.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you're set on that and you're going to want it. And even if it takes a long time, you got to you have your eye on that.
Yes.
You've had your eye on the leather jacket for a while. Why not just buy it?
I'm waiting for it to go on sale.
Yes.
Yes.
Tom had an eye on Jane since high school, and he finally asked her out.
Yes, this can be, from afar, you kind of like someone.
True story. I have a couple that I know, and he had his eye on his wife, his current wife, in elementary school.
Oh, my gosh.
They were from the same neighborhood, went to the same school. It's the sweetest thing. And he waited and waited and waited until they were adults, and then he asked her out.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is.
Yeah.
That's a lot of patience.
That's a lot of patience. So to have your eye on something, I feel, in that expression is patience a little bit.
Yes.
Waiting a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there is this meaning of you want something, but you're not getting it or you're not having it just yet.
That's right.
There is another meaning of to have your eye on someone means like, don't do anything bad.
I'm watching you.
I'm watching you. So it would, like if you're suspicious that someone might do something bad, I have my eye on you.
Yeah, right.
Don't try anything tricky.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm watching you. Okay, so be careful. Okay, to have your eye on something. Is there anything that you have your eye on these days?
I have my eye on some headphones.
Oh, really?
That I want to buy. But I need to find a good reason to buy it.
Wait a second. Wait. Why do you need headphones, like a good headphone?
So I don't need them. That's the thing. So I want them, and I just have to think how I can make it something I need. Like,
well,
they're good, really good headphones.
Good headphones, maybe because you want to listen to music on the bus or on the subway.
I don't listen to music.
Oh,
That's
you don't?
the thing.
Oh.
So I have to think. I think I'm going to try and convince myself that it would be good for video editing if I had a good pair of headphones so I could hear the sound quality.
You could bring them into the studio.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're noise canceling.
Oh, wow.
So there's so much stress in my life. I need to cancel the noise.
All right. Okay.
And so I'd be calmer. So really, it's very cheap when you think about it.
All right. Okay, do it. Just do it. Okay. But don't overdo it.
Don't overdo it.
Okay, which means don't do too much. That it becomes kind of like harmful or not enjoyable.
Yes.
Okay? Here, give me the shovel. Don't overdo it or you'll have a heart attack.
I just want to get the snow off the driveway.
Okay. That's okay, but don't overdo it. Don't do too much. I overdid it yesterday and could barely get out of bed today. Meaning your workout. You lifted too much. It was beyond what you could handle.
Yeah. So it's often like there is a limit where something is okay. Exercise being a very common one.
Right.
Or studying. You know, maybe one night, 2 nights, you can stay up late and study.
Yeah.
But sometimes you need to get some sleep.
Yeah, that's right. I would never overdo it with studying.
Yeah.
Okay, just promise that means...
It's a small promise. You can do this one thing. Just do this little thing for me.
Okay. Just promise that you'll call me as soon as you arrive.
Just promise that you won't forget me when you're famous.
Oh, okay.
Make this small promise for me.
Right. Our power vocab today is the word ambiance.
Or ambience.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do check out the definition on page 96. And let's thank our sponsor.
한국토익위원회에서 취업가 승진을 위한 토익 스피킹 응시권을 드립니다.